At this time, I'm going to ask Dr. Little to step down for honors and achievements, but before he steps down, I think he wants to.
Absolutely. If I could just take a couple of moments here to say a few words. January is National School Board Recognition Month, a time to celebrate our Board of Trustees and their service to the district. The theme this year is School Board Strong, and it highlights the unique role school boards play in championing and advocating for quality education, and most importantly, for our children. Lexington County School District 1 residents elect school board members. These voters choose high-quality individuals who care first about ensuring the success of their children and, in turn, the success of schools these children attend. For years, these volunteer board members have, quote, put children first, which is we have quoted over the wall over here to my right, your left. They set aside their differences to work together for this one goal and to answer this one question: what is best for our students? They give freely of their personal and professional time to better our schools, and they receive no monetary compensation for this role. They make this 4-year-long commitment just because they believe it is the right thing to do for our students. So tonight, on behalf of our students, employees, and parents of Lexington School District 1, I would personally like to say thank you for your service, thank you for your efforts, and to empower each child to design the future. And if you would, please join me in expressing appreciation to Board Chair Cindy Smith, Vice Chair Anne Marie Green, Secretary Dr. Brent Powers, and members Mike Anderson, Jada Garris, Dr. Kyle Guyton, and Tim Oswald. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, before I come down and we do the pictures, I have one other thing. This year, I'm going to try to do this here. We'll see if this works or not. But this year, the South Carolina School Board Association would like to present Cindy Smith with really an incredible milestone. She has been a board member for 20 years and given of her time to this community for a generation of students. And we are so thrilled and so appreciative of that effort and that energy and what you've put into this community. And so we would like to recognize you tonight with a certificate from the South Carolina School Boards Association for your 20 years of service, as well as a lapel pin for those of you who need glasses. This says 20 years on it in the back. But thank you very much for all that you do for the children.
Well, now I'm going to ask Dr. Little to step down, and thank you very much. It has been a privilege to serve this district, and the reason it's such a privilege, I think I'm speaking for the entire board when you honor us tonight on School Board Appreciation Month. It's just a privilege to serve the children in this district and also the staff that we work with. I look around, and when we visit schools, I don't think anybody has better teachers or administrators or staff than Lexington 1 and superintendents. We're just very, very blessed in this district, so thank you. I'm going to take a point of privilege. I'm supposed to read a whole long thing on honors and achievements, and since we're already into it, guess what? I'm going to skip those pages, so I hope y'all don't mind if we keep going since we're already on a little roll here. Hold on, because see, we're going to skip all of this. So tonight, we're going to start with the students. So let's honor some of our students now. First, let me tell you that Pillion High School has a group, their soil judging team, that was originally scheduled for recognition this month. However, they had an unforeseeable conflict, and we will see them in February. So you might see their picture might pop up, but we're going to see them next month. So just to let you know, we're not going to skip over them. They just couldn't be here tonight. Now we're going to go to the 83rd Annual Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas players. River Bluff High Senior and running back Braden Walker and White Knoll High Senior Nick Taste, an offensive lineman, was named to the 83rd Annual Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas team. The game held at Wofford College's Gibbs Stadium is America's oldest high school football all-star game, get this, in the United States. It features 44 of the best high school seniors from North Carolina against 44 and I'll have to say, of the best high school seniors from South Carolina. This year, the South Carolina Sandlappers bested the North Carolina Tar Heels. Sorry, Greg, 28-17. And if Nick or if Braden are here, would they come forward? Are they here tonight? Well, let's give them a round of applause even though they're not here. The annual Touchstone Energy Bowl pits South Carolina's best football players against each other in one of the premier high school all-star games in the country. The South Carolina Athletic Coaches Association, the South Carolina Football Coaches Association, and the Touchstone Energy North-South Game Committee make this a memorable experience for every player, coach, and fan. All-star players from Lexington School District 1 who participated in the 73rd Annual Touchstone Energy Bowl include Gilbert High seniors Alec Holt. Is Alec here? Yeah, come on up, Alec. And Jai Tolan. Is Jai here? Lexington High senior Walker Anderson. Pillion, there he comes. Pillion High senior Jacob Lucas. Is Jacob here? There you come. Oh, he's a two-sport guy. White Knoll High senior Luis Oriano. Is Luis here? The all-star coaching roster also drew talent from Lexington School District 1 with Gilbert High coach Mark Cagle. And I saw Mark back there, so I know he's here. Pillion High coach Dan Holland. Is Dan here? There's Dan. And Lexington High coach Perry Woolbright. Here, there's Perry. In the game held at Doug Shaw Stadium in Myrtle Beach, the South team defeated the North team 35-13. Let's give all these gentlemen a round of applause. I like all that red. This year, for the first time, Lexington District 1 partnered with other districts to create the Lexington 10 Middle School Volleyball Competition. Is it Lexington X or Lexington 10? Lexington, I thought it was. Coached by Erica Crawford, the Beechwood Middle School Bengals volleyball team is represented tonight by captains and 8th grader Hallie Goodrich and Lily Ryder. Are they here? They might be out. There they are. Although we couldn't fit the entire team in the auditorium tonight, we want to recognize them. The team of 8th and 7th graders included Emily Allred, Peyton Baker, Abigail Barnes, Emily Dorinzio, Lily Deo, Elena Harry, Chloe Osment, Jaslyn Snow, Elizabeth Sykes, Sarah Sykes, Cameron Turner, Kendall Vinson, Ellison Watkins, and Meghan Wazalowski. And we're going to stop right there for a picture, so let's give them a round of...
This is actually...
Yeah.
who's with us tonight, and we're very grateful for all of your work, too. Thank you.
Yeah. Gilbert High School 12th grader Gracie Howard's essay, Perilous Beauty, earned first place in the South Carolina Wildlife Magazine's personal essay contest. College and high school students from across the state participated in the outdoor writing contest, which showcased the Palmetto State's natural resources and outdoor recreational opportunities. Published first on SouthCarolinaWild.org, South Carolina Wildlife's digital magazine for college and high school students, the essay was also published in the September-October edition of South Carolina Wildlife magazine. Gracie also received a $250 prize through the Harry Hampton Wildlife Fund. Is Gracie here? Well, let's give her a round of applause. Oh, there she is. That's what I thought. She's like the best archer. I was actually at Meadow Glen and got to see this child. She is fabulous. Okay. And if y'all haven't been to an archery contest, that is a treat. And they have the coolest shirts. Love all their shirts. They've got great shirts. Now we're going to go to National Special Olympics Unified Champion School, Meadow Glen Middle School. Meadow Glen Middle, a Special Olympics Unified Champion School, received National Banner Unified Champion School status in December for its efforts to provide inclusive sports and activities for students with and without disabilities. A Special Olympics Unified Champion School creates an inclusive school climate and exudes a sense of collaboration, engagement, and respect for all members of the student body and staff. Receiving a banner of national recognition demonstrates a commitment to inclusion by meeting 10 national standards of excellence developed by the National Panel of Leaders from Special Olympics and the education community. The primary activities within these standards include Special Olympics Unified Sports, where students with and without disabilities train and compete as teammates, inclusive youth leadership, and whole school engagement. So we're going to stop right here and take their picture. And Dr. Kuhn, would you mind sharing with our audience, I think it's this group, right, that went before town council? Is it this group or some of your students, what they're trying to do?
So we have crew in our school, and our eighth graders, all of our eighth graders are in crews, and they have a piece of work that they do called.
They'll need that for the recording.
Oh. All right, so in our school, we have something called crew, and all of our eighth grade classes are a part of that, and they take a stand for something that they have a real passion about. So a group of our eighth graders spoke tonight to the mayor and town council about, they've done a lot of research, worked with experts from across South Carolina, including Leo's Landing, to help produce a all-inclusive playground that will be located at Virginia Hilton Park, which the town's getting ready to redo anyway. So we're really excited about that. I think it's going to happen because it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of outreach there. So thank your students for all of that, for all they're doing. Okay, WISTV and Mungo Homes recently honored Meadow Glen Middle School counselor Dominique Sawyer with the WISTV Mungo Homes Community Builder Award for her creation of and work with a structured guidance group called Grace Peace Sisterhood. Grace Peace Sisterhood helps young African-American middle school girls navigate their middle school years. A partnership with the University of South Carolina also gives these girls access to additional guest speakers, workshops, and field trips. Is Miss Sawyer here? She is not. Okay, so let's give her a round of applause. That's a neat thing. We're now going to go to our the grant section of our awards. The online giving platform DonorsChoose.org continues to support our educators' funding request. Our most recent educators with fully funded projects include Beechwood Middle School 7th grade English language arts teacher Michelle Norris and Midway Elementary School's lead interventionist Allison Jackson. Michelle Norris recently received full funding to build her classroom library while addressing the interest and reading abilities of all of her students. Allison Jackson requested financial support to expand her training and skill set as she serves students with dyslexia. She will complete a dyslexia certification course and learn to implement the Orton-Gillingham approach. She plans to share what she learns with her team members so that they can all help struggling students who learn in different ways. Are Ms. Norris or Ms. Jackson here? No, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, thanks to grant funding from Walter P. Rawl and Sons, 6 schools can expand or sustain their school gardens. Recipients of school garden mini grants include Beechwood Middle's Hallie MacArthur and Annie Peterson, Forts Pond Elementary's Helen Seisloff, Pleasant Hill Elementary's Emily Stickney, Red Bank Elementary's Rocky Barnes, Saxagatha Elementary's Ginger Hackett, and White Knoll High's Johnny Thompson. Are any of those teachers here? Okay. Oh, come on up. While you're coming up, I'm going to talk about what all this encompasses. Walter P. Rawls financial support, $500 for a new garden or $250 to maintain an existing garden, allows teachers to provide outdoor learning opportunities that reinforce concepts such as teamwork and responsibility while demonstrating real-world applications of mathematics and biology. The $1,880 in grant funding will impact more than 3,000 student gardeners, as well as hundreds more who enjoy eating the produce yield from these school gardens. Let's give these teachers a round of applause. For our final recognition, Julie Washburn, Executive Director of the Lexington District 1 Educational Foundation, will introduce Claude Lightsey from Michelin. Is Claude here tonight, Julie?
Actually, I texted him earlier and said, "Okay, Claude, I'm sitting on the side in the front," and he said he has a dead battery. So I'm pinch hitting for Claude.
Okay, great. So you're going to take it from here?
Yeah, and
Okay, great.
I would like to thank Rawl. Their representatives were not able to be here because of another business commitment, but Rawl and Michelin are very generous donors to the foundation. We're extremely grateful for what they do for us and in turn do for Lexington School District 1 through their generosity. But I'm going to take over Claude and his role and recognize our spring grant winners for the Michelin Golden Apple Teacher Awards. These award $250 to the applicants and enable us to do some pretty amazing projects. But if Beechwood Middle's Meghan Blackburn would join us, and Carolina Spring Elementary's Jessica Chandler, Lexington High's Sarah Beckett and Haley Martin, Pleasant Hill Elementary's Renee Amon, Jennifer Farmer, and Jennifer Jones, Red Bank Elementary's Rocky Burns, and White Knoll Middle's Suzanne Brooks and Angela Tom. And this cycle of grants funded would basically benefit 5,559 students in 6 different schools by funding 9 projects this winter, spring semester. So congrats to all of y'all.
Yeah, wonderful. And I would like to thank Ms. Washburn for working with Michelin and Walter P. Rawl. The foundation just does an incredible job. And for those of you who don't know, they have been awarding these grants, I think, 20 years? And to have a community partner who is so dedicated as Walter P. Rawl and Michelin, and not only do they do these things, they also sponsor STEM labs and other things in our schools. We're just really blessed to have community partners like that and to have somebody like Julie coordinate that for us. So let's thank Walter P. Rawl and Michelin one more time. Well, this was a fast night, so thank you for taking the time to help us recognize the many honors and achievements of our students and staff and the many generous contributions of our local businesses and community. We love sharing our good news. Honorees, when you leave the meeting, remember to head to your left and into the main lobby where a member of the communications office will help you find your certificate. Now, just as I promised, you're welcome to stay, but you are also free to leave if you need to leave. So thank you for coming tonight.